good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. I want to just start this by saying I already feel like I know you, and
Ah,
for everyone watching, we don't know each other at all, do we?
no, not at all. Do you know what? I was having the exact same thought. I was like, kind of like, I don't even feel that nervous. I'm just really excited to have this conversation. And yeah, I do. I feel like I already know you too. So
Yeah, and it's like the same when I look at you on Instagram and social media. Your like smile is so warming, and then also like we've definitely met in a past life.
feel like it. Absolutely.
Like it's wild because also I horse ride and you horse ride, don't you?
Hooray. Oh, I do.
Yeah. And
Oh,
like our lives are very aligned. It's very spooky.
I love it.
Um, oh, it's so exciting. I love it. And there's some people that I come on with and I'm like, oh, I wonder what we're going to talk about. Because the whole point of this is that I've never spoken to anyone that comes on before, um, unless it's really put out there that there is a connection. And I I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what are we going to talk about? And then others I'm like, right, I know them. It's okay.
I love the past life thing as well because in so much of my work and recently past life things have been coming up literally probably in every single session as well. So I absolutely love that you just mentioned that because it's like
Really?
it's almost like coming in and everywhere in my life right now. So
Oh
oh,
my
gives me
gosh.
like kind of chills.
It does. Can you tell us all more about that?
Yeah, sure. So in a lot of my work, women will come to me with kind of like emotional feels, and they'll have like an intuitive knowing that, like the lady that I worked with recently, she was literally like, I don't know where this kind of like this anxious, she was feeling like this anxious kind of feeling, but she was like, I feel like it's ancient. And she just had this kind of knowing that it was like almost not even hers and that it was so just from long ago. And it turned out we went into this past life that was literally this woman who needed help, who had essentially been drowned in a well and she needed to help her out. And then she had loads of wisdom to bring to her. And it was just mind blowing because also I've had these experiences too. So it's amazing how in your work or in my work, I see it often that women that come to me, it's on such a parallel kind of thing that's going on in their life. The same as meeting you, with the horses. And it's all just
Yeah.
coming in, isn't it, into the field?
Yeah, and I always believe as well with healers to client is there's a reason why that healer has come into your path to allow you to go back to that place and reconnect with that past life because that element of your past life is going to help you in your next move forwards, but maybe you wouldn't be able to get there without the channel of the healer.
Yes,
So I
absolutely.
always say to people, if a healer keeps coming up in your face on like even Instagram, because that's energetic, if the healer keeps coming up or you keep like thinking about it, action it because there's something that you need to know that that healer needs to tell you.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's it, isn't it? Often we question our inner knowing, and that's something that I love to work with people with as well. And my own journey is like really trusting that whatever is coming through you and whatever, whether you're hearing it in a voice or a feeling, whatever it is, we so easily just, oh no, I'm making it up. No, I'm making it up. No, I'm really making it up. But even though it's coming in millions of times again and again, almost slapping us in the face, we literally
Literally.
just tell ourselves we're making it all up, don't we? But
Yeah.
as soon as you start trusting those little nudges, those voices, those threads, it like takes you on the wildest journey where you're like, whoa, how did I not trust this before? Like, and
Yeah,
trust it more
literally.
and more.
And it does. It literally comes at you, doesn't it? And you're
Yeah.
like, oh my God. Like so many people are like, oh my God, when is that gonna stop? When's that thing gonna stop causing me pain or discomfort? And I'm like, well, when you learn from it.
When you start to listen.
Listen. That is so, so good. Oh my gosh. What was your journey to get you here?
To be honest, it was actually through my horses. So it's really cool the connection with horses with you and saying that because I had no idea that you ride horses and stuff. So
I know I should probably put a bit more on my Instagram about like me, but
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, absolutely, definitely. So yeah, I had like I've had horses since I was 9 years old. And the horses that I had were always super kind, like so generous. And I had like a real spiritual connection to them. I could kind of talk to them, I could feel things from them. They showed me stuff, energetic work. Um, and then I kind of lost my soul horse. He was called Mickey, and he was the one that showed me a lot of like the energy work and working through my hands and how I could manipulate the energy. And I saw stuff in the body. Um, and then yeah, like he was just amazing. And essentially then I had another horse. So I've got two horses now, which I call have been my kind of awakening horses. So they were not so kind and amenable and
Yeah.
and soft and kind of they were specifically one of them, she's called Arco. She's actually called Arco Iris. I don't know how you say that in Spanish, but it means rainbow.
Oh
And
wow.
I bought her from Spain. I bought her from a picture. This was just a knowing that I was like, she's like, that just feels, my soul just feels a pull here with this horse.
Wow. Oh my gosh,
Um,
that is a whole nother level of trust, that is.
yeah, I do things like that. I'm like, I just feel it.
Yeah, and then
I,
you just gotta run with
yeah, and then I
it.
just run with it. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, then basically I've just been on a massive journey with her with I feel like she's been calling me back into my power and awakening my emotions to start with. So she is a fiery Spanish woman, essentially, a fiery Spanish mare. And she would, horses are your mirrors. I don't know like whether
Oh
you
yeah.
work with them a lot like this. But horses will reflect back to you what you can't see, I think, oftentimes. What you can't see is kind of in your field where you're not owning yourself, where you've got loads of like self-doubt or repressed emotions. And essentially,
Yeah.
she met me with rage, anger. She met me with just kind of like, don't even come near me. Like,
Yeah, yeah. And I was literally about to say, like, when people come and they're like, so I also like will heal like people that are riders, and they'll say like, I can't get on my horse, like it will not let me stay on it, but it will let that person stay on it. And I'm like, okay, so there's something within you that they aren't connecting with, and
yeah,
it is usually the rage, and like sometimes it can be the grief, but
yeah,
you, even when you trace that back, it just links back down to the rage of having grief as well.
yeah, yeah.
So and they feel everything, don't they?
Oh, they really do. I think they're just magical. Like I really think they're just magical and they're just such a gift if you're open to learning from them and you kind of humble yourself and go, okay, what's
Mm.
happening here? What's happening within me? They will give you like they have the biggest hearts and they really will like they're just so truthful. And
Yeah,
so
and it's
yeah.
definitely like a bit of an ego
Oh
thing. It like
yes.
brings you back down onto earth, being like, okay, well, I either have to self-reflect and I have to work with this, or I sell it and I have to learn to lose, because ultimately, like when we don't reflect, we do lose.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think and that's okay, isn't it? Some people do that. They'll sell the horse and buy another one, but then oftentimes I see that they face the same problem, and it's that
Yeah.
same thing, isn't it? Listen, yeah, to a slapping in the face here. Do you want
Literally,
this?
it will
I
never
mean,
end.
yeah, exactly. And all know how uncomfortable it is. Like the amount of times where I was just in so much frustration with Arco, where I would just sit on the floor and sob my heart out with like anger, rage, frustration, because I'd be like, what am I not seeing here? Like, what is it within me? Because somebody else could take her over. And like you say, she might be slightly different. So it was like a really
Yeah.
interesting journey. And specifically with her, it was really about me owning who I am and rooting from the inside rather than outside validation, rather than sourcing my power from outside of me. There was actually one specific thing. I took her to Holland for training for a month, and I
Mm.
did a clinic situation afterwards. It was like a weekend clinic with this master trainer that I was doing the training, and she had been absolutely amazing the whole month. She hadn't got any rage at me, no emotions. Like we do have like an amazing connection now, but it
Yeah.
was so interesting because this clinic, it was 50 people watching, and I just lost my connection to myself. I got
Mm.
into such self doubt and worry about what those people were thinking of me. And she got angry at me in front of all of those people. And I was like, oh God, like, and it really showed to me though how it really is about your energy. Like it really is about what is happening within you, because I could then source back in. I realized what was happening. I sourced back in, and then she connected again. And I was,
Mhm.
yeah, it was mind blowing. I'd already known this, I'd felt it, but that for me was absolute confirmation. And my trainer at the time, she was like, whoa, like we really are right here, that it really is on your energy and how you're connecting to her, because she does not tolerate.
Oh, I just got real big shivers then. Real big shivers. Okay. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I'm so fascinated by you. There's something and I can't not I actually haven't had this on another chat for the channel. Um but there's something about you that I literally am really struggling not to channel in on.
Okay.
It's so weird. It's like I can't even explain it. It's like when you were just talking, I was like, I am you. Like that was really weird.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry. We're like, sorry.
What is happening? I love it.
That was really strange. It was almost like I've lived that moment that you've just explained.
Wow.
And I haven't. I have not ridden in front of that many people. I absolutely have not. It would probably cause me a lot of fear, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I ride at events, like fun rides and events like that, but I've never been a competitor. I'm very competitive with myself,
Yeah.
but I don't like to compete with others.
Yeah.
And from a young age, I've always been that very individual, very like me focused. And you know what? Sometimes I've had to humble myself and be like, it isn't all about you. It is a team game.
Yeah.
Especially when went into more of like a sales role in a team rather than being individual. But I just have no interest in that competitive arena. Um, but now I've just gone through that with you, and that was a very strange experience for me to literally like out of body experience.
But it felt like you were like there, or you were feeling what I was feeling.
Yeah,
Like
everything.
everything.
I lived it. I that was my memory.
Yeah.
Um, I felt everything that you and the horse felt in that moment.
Yeah.
I can picture the teacher. I'm very visual, so I can like with a lot of my clients, I'll go back into their trauma and
Yeah.
understand what happened to get them to where they are if they have blackouts.
Yeah.
So that is a lot of my work. But no, me what whoa. I don't get lost for words very often, and I literally feel like
Wow, I love it. I just love it. I kind of have
I'm
like
like,
I kind of like got really hot. I was like, oh, I can
yeah.
feel it. It's
I'm
like,
like, right,
oh.
so we're meant to be having a conversation and I don't know how to speak. So what do we do here then?
Well,
But
you
no.
were saying about the competitions. So like I don't compete
Yeah.
either. So that 50 people thing was a training event, and it was literally
Oh.
a it was essentially the master of the type of training I do. He was doing a weekend clinic in Holland. And so I wanted to have some lessons with him. So it's like a weekend where you just have lessons, and then people come for the weekend and they just watch and witness so that they can learn something from it too. Uh,
Mm.
and I
Yeah,
did
that's so good.
test. Like he does tests, which just is like you against you, like you were saying, is just
Yeah.
it's really about, and that's what I love about the training, is that it's really about just what you're doing with your horse and how far you can get with your own horse for your own development and for the horse's development, um,
Yeah.
rather
That
than competing against other people. So it's really beautiful.
yeah, that's amazing. You're making me feel like I want to do it. I
Yeah.
want to put myself in a situation of being in front of a large quantity of people. And because I feel like if you look at a situation and you have fear towards it, you are either going to fail and learn drastically or you're going to fly. And I just got this insane, intense feeling that I need to be in front of like 50 people.
Yeah, I think you should do it, because it was, even it was excruciating. Like, I was so embarrassed. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. She got angry at me, and I was like, I just wanted to. It was that perfectionist. You want to just show your best work, and you want to look good, and all these people are watching you. And then, literally, all of this past stuff that we'd had with this anger and stuff came up, and I was like, oh no. And then the kind of like feeling of like, oh, that feeling in your stomach where you're just,
Hits.
oh, this is the worst possible thing. And then I had to sit with that. And then I kind of managed to find the funny side of it in the end. And I heard people talking about me. I heard them saying, oh, that horse must be in pain. That's why she's so angry. I had like literally I heard all of this stuff come in from outside. But it was so cool because it rooted me in my power so much because I was like, it was confirmation. This horse is just mirroring back my insecurities.
Mm.
This horse is just mirroring back my self-doubt. And so that whole process was like I had to embody that even more with them all saying all of this stuff about me, the negative stuff. I had just had to root in even more. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
this
Oh
is
yeah.
power, baby.
Absolutely. That is the greatest power ever when
Mm.
you can do that.
Mm.
And honestly, oh, this is hilarious. This is literally mental. And so, just for context for everyone as well listening, why this is so mental is because our conversation had to be kept being put off, didn't it? And I've
Yes.
had to do it with a couple of other people. And sometimes it's energetic. I don't feel like I can have a conversation in the way that I want to in that day. Or sometimes something comes up, like life is just like that. And other people I've been quite nervous to move it for. With you, every time I was just like, sorry, like honestly, it will align in the right time. And I feel like there's just something about today that has just aligned insanely well for this conversation.
Mm.
And now we've come round to it and I'm literally mind blown, and it's hilarious because I'm like, now I'm really thinking about it. This is going to be really weird for people that don't understand energetics. But are you following me?
On Instagram, yeah.
No, like here now,
Oh, you mean
as I'm talking.
am I following you? Yeah, I'm following you with the energetics. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay, good, because I feel like I'm going a bit mad.
No.
But like I think I thought I was like coming into your energy, but actually I think you're coming into mine.
Yeah, and do you know
You're
what? It's so funny. It's like that. Do you know what people say to me the most often? It's when they have sessions with me or they're in my energy. It's like, I know I'm going to sound mad. I don't know if I sound crazy.
Yeah. And people then do that to me, and now I'm doing it with you, and I'm like, you are incredible. Like whatever you're doing, you're just being, right?
Yeah, I'm not
Like
doing
there is
anything.
nothing going on. Like for people listening, you're not doing anything. Like you are just being, and like that is the magic of energy healing. Is your energy is medicine, and so many people. Here we go. I've got my words right. We're back. Woo!
Back in the room.
So many people look to the medical system, don't they? Like that person going and criticizing that it's probably a medical condition of your horse, and actually they're not validating how powerful energy really is.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And I guess it's funny, isn't it? Because that's the mirror, that's the medicine of the horse. It's like the horse is not actually doing anything. They
Mhm.
are just responding to your energy. They're just responding. It's like that mirror, isn't it? Like they are literally just responding to who you are being and what's happening within your field, your energy field, your body, your mind, your heart, your womb, like everything, it's all linked together. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, they're not doing anything, just like I'm not doing anything. It's an energetic thing.
Bond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an energetic resonance and it's an energetic game of we are just energy at the end of the day. And that's what I think is fascinating with my work with the horses or how they've taught me so many things. Like when I'm riding my horse, Arco showed me how we are just energy particles. And I literally can see when I'm riding my energy merging with hers and I can communicate with her energy down through her leg or through her neck or asking here or what's happening here. And so it's like a real energy dance.
It is. And
It's
when you dance, it will thrive. And it's like when you're in a dance floor of a, let's say, nightclub, because everyone listening will have been to a nightclub, I guarantee you, within that age category of the audience. And it's like you standing on the outside, all of your friends dancing in the inside, and you not feeling like you're part of everything. And
Yes.
it's like, well, you have to release the fear to loosen up, to join in, to then feel that alive buzz that they're all in. And then I suppose that's why people use substances, is to allow them to be in that dance rather than connecting with their roots of being there them just themselves.
Yeah, I think it's really almost as simple as being yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
That once you, and I think that's the work, right? Is like that I call it like we're uncaging. It's like I see all the cages falling off us of all of the ways that we've thought we had to be to survive, to fit in, to be loved, to like just fit in connection with our family, our friends, with our partners, with our horses, whatever we're in connection, we're in relationship with everything in our lives. And when we are not being ourselves, we are literally getting pulled outside of ourselves all over the place. And so we can't just show up and be ourselves because we're trying to be something else. We're like almost trying to be something we're not, just to stay in connection with life or with people. And so it's like a stripping away and uncovering and uncaging that once you do, all the shame, all of the guilt, all of the whatever emotion it is, it's like you're just there like, oh,
Take
and then,
me.
yeah, and then you're just free to be yourself. You're no longer in protection. You're not protecting your heart. You're not defending yourself. You're just like, I'm cool. I'm good.
I'm free.
Yeah.
You're me. I'm like, right, what is it? What is it in me right now that I need to let go of and shake off? Because I, well, the same as you, I think when you experience a loss so great, you have to go to new depths within you, and you have to peel back all of those layers, because really that thing that was so great that you lost, at the end of the day, the reason why it's such a loss is because it was such a comfort.
Yeah.
And so you're then like stripping back this whole layer to reveal so much fear. And you don't have that thing to protect you anymore. Like, you have to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And I definitely experienced that at quite a young age. It was like 8 years ago. And then I've been on such a journey. But I think it's so important for people to know you are always on that journey. Like, so many people go, oh, when will this end? Like, how many sessions do I need? Because when will this come to an end? And I'm like, start seeing it as living
Yeah.
rather than there being an end to your healing, because there are constantly going to be new experiences that come in that bring in new emotion that you're going to have to filter through. And who on earth can do it on their own?
Yeah, 100%. I think that is the thing that I think we've been kind of missold with like feminism, of like the independent woman kind of vibe. I
Yes.
really think that it's kind of screwed us over because it's just absolute bullshit. We need just like us having this conversation and mirroring each other back and what we're discovering about each other, and the same with the horses. We
Yeah.
literally like we almost okay, I was having this thought the other day. I was like, isn't it insane that I'm never going to see who I am through your eyes, through my partner's eyes, through anybody's eyes? Like, I
Oh
only
yeah.
see who I am through my own eyes, but that changes constantly from what is coming in from the field, from around us. And so I think that it's just a constant journey of like discovery. And it's, if we can flip it to it being like a curious discovery and a constant depth. And I like to see it as like, how much aliveness can I bring in? How much
Oh yeah.
kind of, like how much can I keep cultivating that great feeling that I love within myself? And it's not that I'm always in there. I might be rageful one day, I might be upset, or I might be feeling all of these things, but it's nothing's wrong with it. We're not trying to fix it. We just need to feel it. We just need to let it move through our body. And then it's got so much wisdom. And that's the thing that I think is we miss if if we're trying to fix all the time, because it really isn't about fixing. I think it's just about remembering. Because when you
Yeah.
look at children, I have a really sassy niece and she's like 4 years old. And she is so sassy. She just knows when she wants to say no. She's like, I want that now. And she has no like filters yet of like what is okay, what isn't okay. Yeah, you can kind of see the good girl thing coming in a little bit because she's an older sister, but it's like I just see it. I'm like, that's what we were when we were born. We And then we have all of this stuff put on us, and we have to be this person, and blah, 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 and then we have to undo it all and remember who we are again. And so it's
Absolutely. I have a niece that's 4 as well, and she's exactly the same. Like, she can sit there for ages and get her nails done and stay completely still, have a full conversation with you like she's an adult. She knows exactly what she wants and
yes.
when she wants it. And she's honestly like an adult in a child's body. And she also just knows exactly what she doesn't want. And because of that, she often gets her own way, but not in like a like some children, I think, brought up just giving, giving, giving. It means that they end up thinking that they only receive, whereas she's so helpful, bless her, and like she does, like she wants to do stuff as well. And I just think, why where do people get lost in that? Like, where do people get so lost that they don't see their inner child anymore, of knowing, actually, yeah, you do get to choose, and that doesn't make you a bad person. And it actually makes you who you are, and you'll then be connected to the people that are meant to be in your life when you are choosing what is for you. Obviously, that was a rhetorical question, because it's pain that layers up, that blocks that. But I just wish we could go round and with our medicine and help people come back to who they are in their center. But it is about who they are and who you are, isn't it? Because I could work with someone and it could not work. You could then work with them and it could work. It has to be about the connection.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you've got to feel that resonance with someone, haven't you, with whoever you're working with. And I think I think it really is to do with this similar, like I was saying, how I have these clients that have similar like past life experiences that I had, or have different, boundary setting. Actually, what we were just saying about being a kid and how, with the sassiness, she's like, no. And she's just like, no, like that's it, end of. No
Yeah.
expectation, no overgiving, no this, no that.
And I'm
And
literally like, yes, girl, you go
yeah,
do that.
yeah, you feel that it's like a no that's so rooted that's like,
Yeah.
no, just no.
Yeah.
That's something that I had to learn. And it was interesting with my other horse, Christoph. He was the one that taught me about boundaries and love. So I think that what happens is I could not set a boundary with him. Like I would get so frustrated. He ran me over. He actually broke my nose with his head because he would swing his head. And he had his own trauma from the people that had him before me. But again, I had this moment where he would push on me constantly, and I'd be like putting boundaries in place, saying, no, this is my personal space, no, all of this kind of thing. And there was this one day where he was constantly pushing, and I just got so like frustrated. I sat on the floor and I just burst into tears. And I just kind of asked, like, what am I not seeing? Why can I can set a boundary with someone else's horse? I can set like who I am, where I am at, but this horse was constantly pushing on me. And I suddenly just kind of heard this voice and realized it's because I was struggling to set the boundary because I was terrified that he would feel that I didn't love him if I set a boundary. Because oftentimes in life, with boundaries, love is withdrawn, or people get in a mood with you, or they take it the wrong way. And so I really believe that, like, as a child, we don't have that yet. We don't have that. And I guess it's how we're brought up too.
It
But it was
is.
a real love thing. It was to do with, I had to learn I can set a boundary to keep myself safe and to honor myself. And at the same time, I can love you when I say no. I can
Yeah.
still, I can still have that reciprocal connection in a self-honoring way. And that was,
Yeah. Oh, it is such a huge lesson when you have to cross that bridge, because I do truly think that every single person has to go across that bridge. No matter, yes, okay, you've got a really small minority of people that have been brought up securely because they've got two secure parents. Um, but for everyone else, they have to cross that bridge, because, yeah, like you say, like how you're brought up shows you how you can show love in a secure manner. Myself and my partner, like 5 months ago, we got a dog, a rescue dog. So he had a lot of like habits, and he was dumped on the street at 5 months old. So he had a past trauma, but we have no idea what happened. The rescue centre didn't. He was also then in the rescue centre for a very long time because he's a 50-kilo dog and he like comes to our waist. So nobody wanted him. And but my partner made the decision that he was right, just intuitively, and I had to trust into that. And he's honestly, I would say now, I wish I could go back the 5 months ago and say, Alexina, he will be the greatest gift of your life. Because at the time I was petrified. I have not felt fear like that in a very, very long time. It was like an overwhelming sense of this animal I'm now responsible for. He already has trauma. We can't take him back because how could you like take them back to a cage when they've like sensed freedom? And it was like, you've got to dig deep, girl, and you've got to get your big girl pants on and you got to learn. You got to learn with him and learn to trust as well my partner to a new whole level of our relationship of you've made the right decision for us.
Yeah.
And it was such a learning. And we, oh my gosh, what has come from it has been, it really is a gift because it's taught us how to communicate better as a couple in a calm manner because he's also a guard dog, so you cannot raise your voice in the slightest. um he's like taught us the discipline and the structure to, and we already had routines, but now our routine has to be squeaky clean. Like we don't want to like drink alcohol because like we're responsible like for this other being. And I'm like, I know that sometimes we maybe take it to extreme levels of like feeling like we've got a baby, but he is our baby. Like,
Love it. I
and
literally love it.
yeah, and
Like
like
devotion, isn't it? Like devotion and just like, oh.
oh, it was when I did like a video when we got him and I said, I don't think I've ever felt love like this. I was like, my heart is exploding. And whoo, and then I had to heal grief because I hadn't had such a strong presence come into my life that I felt this undying love for since my grand passed the nearly 8 years ago. And it brought up so much grief because I was like, okay, Alexina, if you're loving this thing and you're opening your heart space to love, which is where the fear came in, you're going to have to grieve one day. And you're probably going to feel grief like you did then. And that's what you're committing to right now. And then the overwhelm came, and I was like, hold on. Ooh, this is a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. My gosh. Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? Grief and love. If we're not prepared to feel grief, we can't fully feel love. That's the thing, isn't it? Because I had a conversation with someone the other day about that, about pets and how, yeah, we love them so much. And then we have to grieve them because they are going to go. They're not going to be there for our whole life. And it's the same with horses. But I read somewhere, I can't remember where I read it, but it was like grief is just like love been unexpressed, like not being
Yeah.
able to be expressed. And it's true, isn't it? It's yeah, when we're opening ourselves up for love, but yeah, also grief for the painful side. But there's so much beauty in the grief as well, isn't there?
Oh
This
gosh,
it's
yeah.
yeah.
And I think whenever I feel lost now, it, and like anger and resentment, sadness, anything that people would perceive as a negative emotion, I lean into it and I'm like, come on then. Like, if there's a fear, I'm like, come on then, show me what this is here for. Like, universe, tell me what I need to learn through this fear. Or the sadness, let this be. Like, because every single like tear you shed is allowing you to love greater. And now through that healing process, this sounds really crazy, but I really enjoy it. I almost get a bit of a kick off of it, and I'm like, come on then, tell me what I need to let go of, because I know that there's like something far better to come.
I literally love hearing this because I feel the same. And sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm crazy that I
Yeah.
actually don't mind feeling all these feelings. It's like when you're in your cycle and you have your period and you're bleeding, and it's like you've got all this emotion coming up, and then you're just like, oh, and I'm now like, oh yes, what's here for me? What's the wisdom here? What's the depth and the juice? Because there's always something. But that's what sets you free, isn't it? Because it's like once you have like switched over to like there's something wrong with me, I'm not this, and like this fundamental kind of belief, I think, that there's something not right with us and there's something not right with our emotions and all these things. Once you can switch it over and you see the beauty in all of it, and that none of it means anything about you really, it's just this human experience that we're having, and we get to feel it all, then it sets you free in some way even more deeply, doesn't it?
I know, and I wish that there was a way to allow somebody my eyes for the day, like somebody that really was in the depths of their pain and they didn't know how they could move forward. I wish I could give them my eyes to be like, I can't explain it to you right now, but one day you're gonna love this feeling because you'll know.
You will know what this feels like. But then maybe they've got to sit in it long enough to realize, because I think that's been part of my journey, is that I had to sit in the grief, the pain, or the shame, whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
I had to sit in it long enough that it got so painful that it's like something showed me. I realized that, oh, actually, like at the bottom of this darkness is actually light. At the bottom of this darkness is actually
Your
power,
gift.
is your gift, is your
And
wisdom.
so many people explain it as you've got a gift. And I'm like, okay, I have magic, just like you do. You're a gift, I'm a gift. But to get there, it was hard freaking work. And like, I don't think people give others enough celebration. That is something that I've recognized very recently in life is we have to celebrate everything. Like the tiniest little things to the most expansive things, because if you don't celebrate, that pain just stores. But what gets you out of the pain is the celebration.
Yeah, I think it's pleasure, isn't it? I think that's the thing, is we've been so conditioned to believe that pleasure is wrong, and owning your joy and your happiness. Like, it's almost like if you're too happy, people say to you, oh, what's wrong with you? I actually had somebody actually commented on my Instagram, like my stories or something. And it was a friend from like years and years ago, but he said it to one of my friends, and he's like, I'm not sure if she's just crazy or whether she's actually that happy. Like the one. And I thought that kind of says it all, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
you if you're it's almost like if you're too happy, people think that it's not real. And
Oh
so
yeah. Like I honestly think, like, I had somebody say to me that because I was so happy in being my weird self of and but just because I accept myself for being weird now, they thought I was autistic. And I was like, okay, good diagnosis from you, but thanks.
yeah, it's like yes, it is like I don't know, it's just strange, isn't it? It's kind of, but also deeply sad that we live in a world that, if you just celebrate that you love yourself, that I've had that as well, like, oh, you really love yourself, don't you?
Yeah, oh my God, I've had that
And
so
I'm
much.
like,
I
I do,
remember,
yes, I
oh,
do.
yeah, I actually do, and I'm really happy about that. I was
Yeah.
sitting in front of like maybe 8 or 10 people, and everyone was like putting themselves down a bit, and I said, look, guys, if we weren't all intelligent, we wouldn't be where we are right now. And they went, oh, that's weird. Why would you say that? Like, that's a bit up yourself. Like, you think we're all that intelligent to be able to say that? And I was like, well, you all have very professional jobs. You're all on very successful paths moving forwards. What says to me that that isn't the case?
Yeah.
And why not say that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and that's the
you're.
thing. It's been like, it's like, who do you think you are to say that? It's But the thing is, what I've realized is that, like if I said it to you, you'd be like, yes, and
I'm
it's
like, yeah,
because
girl.
you rooted in yourself, isn't it? Yeah, exactly, because you're rooted in yourself. But it's people that haven't realized yet that actually they're born worthy. They're already enough. They're already like, you have every single person in this world has some magic to bring to the world, has some gift, and I think that's the crux of it, isn't it? Is that they just haven't remembered that yet. And then they project
100%.
it to people that have remembered it.
For sure. And you know, one huge, light bulb for me is about knowing who is accepting of themselves and worthy are those that can share about another. So, for example, I'm an energy healer, you're an energy healer. I'm going to share you with my whole platform because I know that you're special in your own right, and so am I. People are going to want to work with you, people are going to want to work with me. We're not in competition. I'm not in competition with anybody in the world because nobody's me, nobody has my gift. If people want my gift, here I am, honey. Like, come get me. But
Yeah.
also, if they want you, come and get you. Like, and that's the power of this platform and doing these conversations is I want as many people in the world to have access to healing and new perceptions. Not everybody is going to be able to heal and shift their perception of life through me. It may take a conversation with another or you or another to do that. And I want people to have the opportunity. So it's it's like, why would we not share? Why should we not celebrate somebody else for what they're great at? Because you'll have strengths I don't have.
Yeah, because we've all had a completely different life experience, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've had our own struggles, our own triumphs. Like we literally have come from completely different backgrounds. And yeah, you're going to resonate with some people and you're not going to resonate with others. And I think exactly what you said, there's just no competition really, is there? Because
No.
we're all just super unique and we all have something to bring. But
Yeah.
we're I guess it just starts in school, doesn't it? We're kind of pitted against each other.
Well, you're put into a
Arts.
box where you're all meant to be doing the same thing. And it's like, I remember at school, I was like, my favorite subject was drama, obviously, and I'm literally like the perfect drama student.
Love it.
And now I look back, even that one subject that I could have been really great at, things took me back and held me back from being really great. Um, and it's fascinating now because I had this one teacher, because I used to write really emotionally and I would talk about really deep things like I would choose like the schizophrenia role and things like that. And I had this one teacher that said to me, my English writing wasn't good enough to continue to study drama. And I was like, was it? But now I've literally written 5 books worth of journaling over my healing. And one day I really hope to put it in a book. And I write and I write and I write. And I'm like, was it really my writing wasn't good enough? Or was it that you didn't like what I wrote?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that has changed. But that one thing really did derail like a really large portion of my life until the last few years.
Yeah, it's isn't it incredible like the experiences that we have as children because I visited like this version of me like 5-year-old version of me so many times where I think my brother had just started school. He's 2 years younger than me, so I must have been like 6, maybe 7, something like that.
Mm.
And he had come home from school and he was like, my mum was like, how was school? Was it fun? La la la. And he said, well, it was okay, but the register was really boring. We just have to sit there and go like, yes, miss, yes, miss. And my mum was like jokingly like, why don't you go in tomorrow and just say, I'm here, dear, instead of saying like, yes, miss. So of course Muggins here goes into school the next day in front of the whole class. They call out my name and I go, I'm here, dear, because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And
But
I was bold at that point. I was like, yeah, I was just gonna say it.
I'll
Like,
do it.
oh my God. I got sent out the room. I got shamed. I got told
Yeah.
that it's not acceptable. And I can vividly remember standing outside the classroom and I can picture my mum coming in because my mum got called in. And I can remember mum's face, like she was trying not to laugh, but that was almost making me more angry because I was mortified. Like I felt so much
The
shame
shame.
and like almost smallness and just like embarrassment and like almost turned into like self-hate, like self-hatred in a way. Like I don't know if hatred is a bit of a strong word, but it's almost like, why did I do that? What an
But
idiot.
as a child, you don't understand the middle ground, so you go to extremes.
Yeah.
And like, I do truly believe that that's why so many people are now like being classified as ADHD, is because it is, as a child, you do feel the highs and the lows. It's very rare that they understand that middle ground. And if children don't and they're not taught it, then they're not teaching it and to their generation and the next and the next. And so now, is it really that there's so many people with ADHD, or is there really just so many people that don't understand that they can have a full range of emotion?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
And
it's really to do with whether or not the needs of met of the child, isn't it? Whether they're seen,
yeah,
whether they're witnessed, whether they're held in their emotions, whether their emotions are allowed, and whether
yeah,
or not, because that's what,
that,
yeah, we make things mean stuff about us as children, don't we? And
yeah,
that experience almost stopped me from speaking out before, would stop
yeah.
me from saying my truth, would stop me from allowing my funny side to come out, because
Oh,
it's like a bodily experience. Like you have those emotions are trapped within you that then it comes up and your body goes, not safe, not safe. We don't want to feel that shame again. We don't want to feel that
yeah,
embarrassment again. We don't want to feel no, no, no. And so,
yeah.
yeah, it is powerful stuff to
Oh, it's
release it and
insane.
to alchemize it and yeah, move through it all.
It
Yeah.
is incredible, isn't it? And it's like some people also um will have an experience in their adulthood. For example, they'll go to a job interview and then suddenly they'll go into a freeze and they won't understand why they've gone into that state of freeze because nothing happened. But it could be something from when they were like 5 that happened and they don't remember, but their body remembers. And
Yeah.
it just went into a sudden state of shock and it shut down and went into that freeze. And yeah, that's kind of like what I do with my work is I tap in like intuitively to try and work out what trauma events stop them from then succeeding in their now.
Yeah.
um because it impacts our lives so much.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to me, is that that's why I revisited this kind of version of me, to release that or to like alchemize those feelings, because I would have it if I went to, when I used to go a few years ago, or probably like 4 or 5 years ago, before I started diving into this work, is that I'd go to an event, I wouldn't be able to speak. I would literally have that freeze response. If there was people would be then looking at me, I would literally be like, and I would be like, why can't I speak? This is ridiculous. And when I
Yeah,
was releasing it and alchemizing it, that's what I went back to. That was where it came from. Was that literally that version of me that just basically shut herself down and didn't want to feel that anymore. So my body just went, no, freeze, you can't say anything. And there would be times where literally someone would ask me something, I'd be like, and then I would just cry because I couldn't get a word out. It's like my body's like, nope, nope, not doing
yeah.
it. So it can affect us in so many ways in our life, can't it? How
Oh
we
god,
how we
yeah.
show up, who we're being. And I think that's the thing that people often say, like, oh, it's just the way that I am, but it's really not. It's
Mm.
just not. We can change these things. We can alchemize and we can learn, like extract the wisdom from them and free them from our system, from our body, from our energy field.
Yeah, for sure. And we have to do it. Like, you actually have to do it. I think people think that they have a choice. I want to say something really bold. I'm going to do it. I'm going out there. I'm going bold. I think people think that they have a choice and they don't. Because if you don't choose to face your emotion and heal, then it stays stored within you. It then leads to mental and physical illness.
Yeah.
And we're going really deep, but then that your life will be taken from you. Like
Yeah.
like literally physically you will end up with a heart attack if your heart is breaking so much and
Mm.
you're not allowing yourself to feel love, you will end up having a heart attack. Same with like a stroke. If you're allowing all of your thoughts to go round and round and round and you're not letting your thoughts slow down, you'll end up having a stroke. And it's like, so you don't have a choice. Like,
No. No, not if you don't want to get ill. That's it, isn't it? I believe exactly the same thing. I see it all the time with the resonance between like what's happening in the energetic field, in the emotions, and how literally, if we're not prepared to feel it or face it, the body has to manifest it some way. So, like you say, it manifests as pain, as illness, as cancer, as whatever, you know, whatever thing in the body. And I think that, yeah, I truly believe that. I really do.
yeah, 100%. So going down another line then, talking about so many different like realms of life and healing, what's your unique thing that people would come to you for? And what do you like? offer out in your healing?
So probably mostly women just feel stuck, caged. They kind of feel like they can't be themselves, and they feel often that they know they I work with a lot of women that kind of do know that they're powerful, but it's like they haven't truly been seen. It's like they haven't truly taken that next step. So that something then unlocks when they come into my spaces in my energy field. A bit like
Yeah,
what
well,
just
yeah,
happened
because
to
I'm like
us.
thinking, well, if I ever get the opportunity to go on that stage in front of 50 people, which I have to tell you now, take me back right, wait, okay. Take me back down to my like drama era. I would have thrived. I would be like, put me in front of 100 people. Then everything was suppressed after that one comment from that teacher. And ever since then, if you told me to go on and talk in front of people, even a handful of people, I would do it, but I would feel deeply uncomfortable. Like, and I would be like, I'm not meant to be here. Now, if you said that to me, I would be like, yes, let's go. Like, I'm ready for you. But I would be like, do you want to come with me?
Yes. I can be in the audience.
Yeah, I'll be like, there's
Passing
my
the energy to
cheerleader.
you. I think, do you know what? It's really funny because I get the feedback so often. It's like when I'm around you, I feel like I could achieve anything and I could do anything because I think I have such a strong resonance of something within me that I think I've cultivated, and I've like meeting my horses, like all of the things that I've been through in my life. It's like I always have to come back to this energy within. And it's like, yeah, I literally help women to be able to source their power and their kind of fire from
Mhm.
within, that it's like their energy field just goes, that then when the stuff is flying around, you're just rooted in yourself. That's the kind of, yeah, the way it's like a feeling. It's like a really visceral feeling that you just kind of rooted in you. You know who you are finally. And yeah, you might get pulled out a little bit, but you know how to get yourself back.
You are, if you don't mind me saying, from me as a healer looking in, feeling you, your thing is deeply fire power. It really is. Like I feel like I'm getting tingles from my feet to the top of my head. It's like you're setting me alight. Like and like you just said, it really is. Like I could achieve anything right now with your energy in me. And I think when we often ask, I like that that's what you said about you having that power element, because I do feel it. And I think you can say it as a healer, but do the people really feel it? And I'm like, I feel it. I feel it through my whole being, my bones, everything. And I just went on a retreat, and it was a business retreat because I wanted to meet other people in the industry in person. And they said to me, yours is love. Like you are able to pierce, you are able to look into somebody's soul and pierce into their heart.
Yeah.
And no matter what grief they feel, you can give them love back.
Mm.
And I'm like, wow, like when I ask people now, what's your unique thing? I would like them to tell me their their like emotion, their root. A lot of people be like, oh yeah, I help this person, but it's like, no, 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 like yours is power,
Yeah.
fire, like wow.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's just reminding me of, it's almost like in the last year this has unfolded and been reflected back to me so much. And it started with, I went on a retreat in Costa Rica like this time last year, the end of September, and this woman who I thought of as like a really powerful woman, this huge business, like just really out there, really bold, the stuff that she said. And we had to do this exercise where we were sat opposite each other and we had to look at each other in the eyes. I can't
I
remember,
love that.
we had to do something like saying something that you want the other person to say or that you're afraid to say, or what, it was kind of like you had to say something and then they had to say it back. And I just met her and like I said something and she couldn't say it, and I was just channeling this energy straight through me, and I kept the eye contact and she like kept looking away a little bit, And she said to me after, she was like, oh my God, nobody has ever met me in that kind of power ever. She was like, and I'm powerful. Like, I have never met anybody that can just hold this kind of grounded power, but like, I fucking believe in you. That's what I feel like, is like, I fucking believe in the other person.
Yeah.
And it's like some kind of meeting with the fire. Yeah, like with the fire. And it was
Yeah.
really interesting.
I
Really,
don't feel like there's a lot of fear in you.
no.
Like what scares you? Like what do you know anything that would scare you?
Now much less things. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to think like what, maybe standing in front of 1,000 people on a stage rather than 50 or something.
And
That's
I'll be one of those.
kind of a Jesus out of me.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe it's
yeah.
just like that bigger thing. Yeah.
No, you could do it. You literally can do anything.
Mm.
Wow, you're incredible. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. And you know, I
Like,
actually really do feel the love from you, because it's like when I came on, it's like you do just hold this completely um like almost unconditional loving space, like
oh, thank
for
you.
people to be themselves. I think it's like a really warm, loving feeling to be around your energy. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I really do love it when somebody can be 100% themselves because I the weirder, the more wonderful I see life.
Yeah.
So I'm like, go on, challenge me. Like, I want to see your weirdest self. And and I think when you can accept somebody's weirdness, you can accept all of their other aspects of their being. Obviously, having experienced grief helps me hold people in grief and I've experienced like extreme fear, which helps me tackle fear now. And I have that trust in myself that it's like, oh, okay, well, if I don't fly, I know I'll catch myself. But still not to the level that you're talking that you share. Definitely not. You're really making me think. But yeah, I think when you can accept somebody's weirdness, you can love all. Like I think that's what a lot of people are fearful of, is embracing people's weirdness, which is a really sad reality. But then I think we then link back down to school, is we're not allowed to be weird at school. Like I was everyone used to say to me, like, your laugh makes me laugh. And I used to get kicked out of class all the time for laughing. How sad is that?
Yeah. It's like the greatest part that people saw about you. They're like, nope, bye bye. No, bye
Yeah.
bye.
See ya.
Like,
And then I'd
like,
get
watch
kicked
that.
out. But instead of me getting sad, I used to then play a game. This is awful. I'm literally outing myself, aren't I? I'm sorry if any of my teachers watch this. Um, but sorry, not sorry, because you're the one that kicked me out.
Exactly. Fuck that.
I started to play a game because I would be like, well, you don't like my laugh, I'm gonna laugh. And then I know that I really like going to that teacher's class that you kick me out and I then have to go to, because I prefer to be in maths than I would science. So I'm gonna laugh and then I'll get what I want.
Yes. You just use the projection to your to enhance your power, basically, didn't you? It's like it's like that little rebellious part of us, isn't it? That's like,
Yeah.
woohoo, I'm gonna
I
do
know. And
that.
it's like I feel like now I've been plotting from a very young age to just end up getting what I want.
Yes. I love it.
And I'm like, right, okay, so what do we want from life and how are we going to make it happen? Because I always believe where there's a will, there's a way. So, what are you going for? What do you want for your life? Because I think we are tapping into something insane right now. Like, this energy is quite literally insane. If, right, I'm going to put it out there, um, in the next in the next 9 months, nine's just coming through to me. In the next 9 months, if I've been on a stage in front of 50 people, you will know that you've unlocked that.
Yeah. Yes. Can you
What?
invite me, please, if you're going to be on a stage?
Yes.
I 100%
Yes.
want to be in the audience.
No, you already know I need you there. I am going to need you. What's your thing? What are you gonna do
Maybe
in
mine's
the
like the
next?
1,000 people stage. Like maybe that's my thing, is having the opportunity to have a microphone and talk in front of 1,000 people.
Oh my
Because
God,
that feels terrifying to me. But
does it?
I feel like it feels terrifying, but it feels kind of like cheekily funny. Like, oh yeah, like let's see if I can do it, shall we?
Yeah, you can do it. Right, what are you gonna be speaking about?
Maybe I'm going to be telling my story, or like the power.
Mm.
Like I have had a vision before when I was having some kind of treatment. I went into this kind of trance state, and I remember seeing myself. I was like, essentially, like it felt like I was igniting. And it's funny how you're saying about the fire and all those kind of things, because it felt like I was talking just in front of like 1,000 women and like helping them to remember who the fuck they are. That's what it felt like, is like igniting something in them that they are just like, damn, I remember now. Like,
Oh my God, I've just had a mad thing come through. Maybe it's together. Maybe
yeah,
we could do this. Maybe we could make this happen.
yeah, let's do it.
I think we should do an event.
Yes, let's do
Like,
it.
sorry to everyone listening, we're now having a business planning
A
session.
business meeting.
Yeah. So what you're going to get from this retreat is
Exactly. We're just gonna flow with it now.
yeah,
We're just going for
you're going to get
it.
power, love, pleasure, and loads of laughter.
Yeah. What more could you want in life? Like that is
Yeah,
literally the essence of life.
literally, and you won't get kicked out.
Yeah, exactly. You can laugh as much as you like. You can be as funny as you want. You can be as bold as you want. You can be as happy as you like. You can also be rageful. You can also be angry. You can just basically bring all of it.
Yeah, every single part of you, all
Yeah.
the weirdness,
Yeah.
all the weirdness. I put on my story the other day. I went on holiday with my family. And there was a photo taken of me, and I honestly looked like I should have been in Jurassic Park. I was wearing like all beige and then a hat, and I literally looked like I was going like looking for dinosaurs. And I had a big like volcano behind me in the photo. And my brother, oh my God, my cheeks are aching from smiling so much. and he edited in some dinosaurs. And so I pretended like I was running away from it because he was like, oh, I'm going to edit in these dinosaurs. And I put it on my story and I thought, bit much that. I think, I think,
I'm now gonna have to find this picture that my friend edited. I was in South Africa. I lived in South Africa for a year, and we went on safari. And I was running through this really long grass, like pretending I was running away from a lion. And so she edited in pictures of lions.
yeah, we should have done
It's
it.
definitely not too much. I think we need to exchange pictures on this front because it sounds hilarious.
We do. Oh my God, it was so good. Actually, I would get it up now, but my phone is literally dead, and then I would show everyone. Sad. Or maybe I'll like put a little photo in. That is so funny. Honestly, my cheeks, Jesus. Woo! Blimey. Oh my God. I know that there is so much to come. It is so incredible. Like, you have lit my life up. So, anybody that's enjoyed this conversation even needs to come to our retreat.
Yeah, details to be announced soon.
Yeah. What are we actually going to do? We actually need to do something because I'm now putting it out there. I'm really running with
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. We're going for it.
But yeah, they need to hit you up. I'm gonna put your Instagram in the description. And God, you're pure magic. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. So are you.
Oh, thank you. It was such a pleasure. I'm going to stay in touch, obviously, and I'm going to chat to you, I know, like right after I get off of this call. So.
Honestly, this has been like probably the most fun interview ever.
I know, I know. And I get some people that I invite on because I do it all energetically of like who I feel called towards. And I get some people and they're like, I'm so nervous. And I'm like, with me? nervous. Don't worry, I'm a nutter. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I think that you, yeah, like I don't know, I didn't feel nervous at all. That's the cool thing. Whereas I think I would normally. So yeah, there's
Oh,
something
I
about
love
you
it.
where it's like you just settle. It's that unconditional
Oh,
love thing, unconditional acceptance, love. Just like bring all of you, just be who you are. Like,
oh,
and that's
oh, I
obviously
love
a reflection of you, isn't it? Because you've obviously done that work to just be your weird self.
be. Just be. There we go. Let's leave it with that. Thank you so, so much. I literally value everything that you've just said and on the whole, like, podcast and everything. So, oh my God, my heart is so full, and I'm sending you loads of love until we speak again.
Yeah, send you lots of love.
Bye.